we're live.
Oh, Wednesday, baby. Odin's Day. Yo, it's a busy day at GeekBeast, ladies and gentlemen, because we over here dropping bangers when it comes to news, and we dropping bangers when it comes to shows, because we got binge-worthy creeping right around the corner. But before I get all super excited about how exciting this Wednesday is going to be, yo, I got to hand it over to the Black Lion himself. Yo, Hannibal from the 18. Yo, my man Chuck, tell the people what's cracking.
Not much, no. Dealing with some technical woes on this side. Hopefully everybody can hear us just fine and see us just fine. I think we're projecting. I think we're going out there to the world wide webs. And y'all see us?
Oh, yeah, I do. I'm over here checking out the live stream right now, because I had to make sure I was handsome and in frame. I had to double check on some of your work. You're doing good things over there, big dog.
Good.
Big dog. Hey, yo, so welcome to GeekBeast, part of the GeekBeast Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news from geeks like you, geeks like me. Hey, if you're new to the show, we cover the Geek News Beat and we share our opinions with you, and they are coming from the perspective of beautiful people of color, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Sintel, and you've already been introduced, to the Black Lion, Chuck. Hey, so the news beat, man, I have to admit, got a chance to take like a quick, short, small glance. So please be, he said he can hear us just great.
That's great. Thanks, the funk.
Beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So, we're going to be kind of like, be a little bit more conversational than usual regarding some of these headlines, but I promise you're going to enjoy yourself and have a good time. First one up, Marvel and DC to Republish lost Justice League / Avengers crossover epic. This is coming from Polygon. So in a partnership with Hero Initiative, Marvel and DC Comics will re-release a comic most readers probably thought they'd never be able to buy a hard copy of again. So Kurt Busiek and George Perez, Justice League / Avengers, first published in 2003. The book was the last time the Marvel and DC comic book universes officially had a crossover. I missed the very first crossover. I heard about it. I did hear about it, but I never got a chance to read it. So is this going to be enough to make you, hop on down to your local comic book store and be a firm supporter?
Yeah. Then we're going to have the DC Marvel Universe launch. And that's what we really want to see. We want to see DC villains versus Marvel superheroes. That's what we really want. We don't care about DC heroes. Whatever. Batman, Smackman. Who cares?
Hey, yo, do you have a favorite DC villain?
Yeah. Who doesn't have a favorite DC villain?
I mean, I'm just saying.
Mine's is the Madman himself, Joker.
Oh,
Joker, the Madman. This is the man that doesn't care about anything but being the antithesis to Bruce Wayne and Batman, which he doesn't realize are the same person.
Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't mind, seeing somebody like Brainiac hop into the Avengers universe.
Darkseid's not really. I don't consider. He just does his thing, right? Like I just conquer worlds. Whatever. Whatever. Nobody cares about conquering worlds. I like the man that's the chaos engine, who says Batman's trying to bring order to the city, and Bruce Wayne makes it seem like money is the most important thing, and I'm the opposite of that.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Shoot. I mean, they've done like these Marvel DC crossovers before, but this was the first time I think they've done, like they said, like regarding Justice League and Avengers. I'm trying to sit there thinking, I'm like, man, what would be a team up I wouldn't mind seeing?
I got one for you.
Who you got? Let me see.
I'm going to create the Metaverse comic, right?
All right.
Metaverse comic. Spawn.
Oh. That's Dark Horse, right? I think Spawn is Dark House. Okay.
In the world of DC, with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Transformers,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
and G.I. Joe, all in the world.
See, look, you were that kid that would go down to the 7-Eleven and get one cup and put a little bit of Coke
everything
and Pepsi
he's called
and
it
lemonade
suicide
and all that. Yeah, that's you. That's all
you. That's what we want. I want Ninja Turtles. They're all in the same universe. They all live in the same universe in different cities, and this all happens where G.I. Joe are in the military or the military branch or Cobra, and Transformers having to be on the planet at the same time, and Spawn just comes out of the grave like, I'm ready for this.
Yo, dude, you got a whole lot of madness going down. Hey, yo, Big shout out to Johnny Randolph. He's in the chat, yo. He said, I wouldn't mind seeing Dark Side, yo. I'm with you on that. Yo, the Funk, man. Mad love for you. Our beautiful, absolutely talented curator. Can't do this without you, man. In the chat, he said, yo, but even without the amalgam, both Marvel and DC have been doing their own character mashups and remixes fine by themselves. Yeah, we were just saying that. You know, this isn't the very first time that we've seen the worlds crash on top of each other. Johnny drops two great villains in Darkseid and Lex Luthor as well.
Yeah.
The Funk said, I need G.I. Joe versus Transformers to happen on the big screen, leading to the creation of Mask. That is a very interesting. I never thought about that. Like the fact that they came together spawns the technology that was used in Mask. Now, in case you were new, Mask was an old 80s cartoon that stood for Marvel Mobile Armored Strike Command, if I remember right.
Something
I think
like
what it was.
That. Yeah, something like that.
So they had vehicles that could turn into other vehicles, but the vehicles weren't necessarily sentient. But it was still tons of fun. You know, it was great to like eat cereal too. Yo, that mashup in that story, I kind of like that. G.I. Joe to Transformers to Mask. Huh.
Yeah, I don't mind that mashup at all neither. I would like to have the Transformers that were humans transformed into robots. Like that was a series too. I forgot the name of that series, but it's running on YouTube. You can go check them all out. I'd love to see
I do remember dabbling a little bit in some of the Transformers comics, and then Optimus Prime ended up eventually turning human. I don't know how it happened, but I know he was human for like a hot second. I was like, all right, cool. I kind of run with it. Well, anyways, so the reprint of the Justice League / Avengers is going to run 288 pages. It's going to include 64 pages of extra content, reprinted introductions from Stan Lee and DC editors Julius Schwartz, and a new afterword by Kurt Busiek. The new limited edition printing will be limited to only 7,000 copies, with each book selling for $29.99. The book distribution by Diamond is expected to hit shelves and participate in comic shops in March. So that is right around the corner. You might want to hop on that.
I'm about to go pre-order it. I'm about to go get it myself. So I really want to see that. I'm excited about that. That's exciting news.
Yeah. Hey, so yesterday we had an interesting mashup / cartoon regarding the Rescue Rangers, and that is characters Chip and Dale being reimagined and maybe having a little bit more older-ish kind of crowd kind of following it.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember way back in the day, Disney kind of dabbled with a big, super secretive project called Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And it was actually a really decent film that had a mashup with a lot of other different DC, Marvel, Warner Brothers characters. Excuse me, not DC, Marvel, but Warner Brothers and Disney characters. So we still got some more comic / cartoon news going on, and that is John Cena. Yo, Mr. You Can't See Me himself. He said the story is headlines Looney Tunes live action Wile E. Coyote film. Right. So Peacemaker is he's doing his live action hybrid Looney Tunes with Coyote versus Acme. So Cena's going to play an antagonist and the former boss of a human lawyer tasked with sitting in on a case in which Wile E. Coyote sues Acme for defective products that lead him with bodily injuries instead of capturing the Roadrunner. The film is inspired by Ian Fraser's New Yorker article, Coyote versus Acme. I never read that article, but
I'm about to go read that article.
Yeah.
That article sounds like it's the business and it needs to be read. So I think I'm going to go read that article and get my feel of what's going on. Wile E. Coyote suing Acme because they sell him that janky stuff. It sounds interesting.
It is the worst. Yo, Acme was Wish before Wish was a thing. Like any and everything that Acme creates is going to explode in your face and potentially kill you. I'm glad that the Coyote is actually doing something about it.
Wish is stuff you get for discount. Wow, you just ruined Wish for me. I'm gonna put that
Wish
out
is trash. Listen, you ain't seen the memes. Like you see the real thing, and then the Wish version is a absolute bootleg version of that.
Wow.
Yeah, this trend is. Go ahead.
Wow, that sounds interesting. You know, one thing John Cena did make happen though.
What's that?
Second season of Peacemaker.
Bro,
it happened. It happened.
Yes. Oh, we knew it was, man. We knew it was.
That show was golden.
Arguably one of the dopest intros of comic books turned to movies. That intro is absolutely incredible.
No. One of the best
dance
intros of
sequence.
TV history.
Yeah.
that good.
Regardless of how you feel about the show, at least see the opening sequence, right?
And let me tell you, the show only gets better from the opening sequence.
Yo, it was a win. It is absolutely a win.
I was thinking about Judo Master, and I was just rolling to myself.
Yo, Judo Master got hands. Yo, you sleep on Judo Master if you want to. Judo Master will put you to sleep. Quick. Hey, so I was a huge John Cena naysayer. He had to win me over, and he won me over with Peacemaker because the dude legit has chops, and he's like low key funny, and he's got some really good improv skills. So to see him teaming up with some more comic book characters, sure. I mean, so not everything goes right with it because we saw the Tom and Jerry one, and that didn't really go that well last year. Sonic was a hit.
Yeah,
it mixed mediums, and we just briefly talked about Rescue Rangers, which looks absolutely incredible.
Yes.
Way to get the bigger bang for your buck,
Yep.
Speaking of big bangs for your buck, if you a kaiju fan, listen up. Godzilla and Evangelion are forming a new Japanese cinematic universe.
I'm so excited about that. So I haven't read this article. I saw it pop up. They're combining Godzilla and Evangelion in the same matchup, or are they doing independent? Tell me more about the story, Centel. Tell me more.
All right.
Because I don't want to be over here.
So according to the article, it's saying Japanese industry titans are teaming up for a new cinematic universe based on iconic properties, and they are Tahu Toi Kohari and Shubaria Productions have announced the upcoming launch of the Shin Japanese Heroes universe, which will include representation from Godzilla. It gets better. Ultraman, Kamen Rider, and the Evangelion franchise. So we're putting them all in the same sandbox. So Tahu is the company that created Godzilla. Tahu is behind Kamen Rider. Subaru produces Ultraman, and Kara is the animation studio founded by Neon Genesis, Evangelion creator Hideo Anno. So Subaru Productions founder, the late Tokosiado special effects pioneer Ije Tushiobera did effects works for movies in both the Godzilla and the Ultraman series.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say I'm excited. I'm excited for Uda Tola Man. I can't wait to say Uda Tola Man. And fight Godzilla. He gets big and fights Godzilla. He's gonna kill Godzilla with the drop kick. I don't care what anybody says. Double leg drop kick.
I'm just happy to see like the continuation of some of the Godzilla franchises because there's a couple of projects on Netflix. There's a couple of animated Godzilla ones and they're legendary. And on all of the stuff just in general has just been a ton of fun of what we're doing with the kaijus. I'm wondering like how this is going to cross over. It's going to be just animation is what I'm assuming, right? Yeah, it's going to be animation.
I'm assuming it's animation. They did this live action. I would go even more crazy.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, everything that we're talking about right now is animation studios, right?
Yeah.
But, I had a bit of a wish list and I was like, man, I would love to see Neon Genesis Evangelion, in some real like live action type mix, maybe, something in something like Pacific Rim-ish kind of feel. That would be like really dope.
It's really creepy. The Evas are alive. They're not robots.
That is true.
Angels in armor, and they're controlled by these humans. That's so weird. And then they're fighting Godzilla, and then they fight Ultraman, which is he's not a mech, but in a super suit, basically. They grows, and Kamen Rider's the same way. So I wonder how they put this all together. I just want to know what's the world you put this in.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. And then I'm wondering like how expansive of this project are we going to get? Like, are we getting like multiple seasons? Is it going to be like each one gets their own seasons and kind of like ties in loosely with the other ones? Kind of like how Netflix did the street level versions of Marvel's, Iron Fist and Luke Cage and Punisher and all that. Is it going to be kind of like that in the world? Or are we just going from the word go? Like it's just here. This is what's happening, and they're all trying to like live together. So we got questions, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we're saying. We're here for it, but we got questions.
Yeah, and I want to know if they could ever get Tatsunoko on board on here and drop in like Speed Racer and Gotcha Man,
Mm.
and man, there's so many. Just drop in all of them. Just put it all together. Go get all the classic Japanese
Yeah.
manga and anime and mush it into one big universe.
Yo, Defunct dropped it. Go ahead.
Go ahead. What did Defunct drop? What did
No,
Defunct
I
drop?
was just saying, yo, he said in chat, he's like, yo, I got some real hot Ava X Mecha Godzilla figures, including one by Yoji Shikakawa, who designed the Metal Gears.
Yeah.
That would be dope. Now, that's what I really want to see,
Look
man.
at that.
I would love to see a live action Metal Gear
You
joint,
see
man.
that?
But
You see what Defunct did there? See what he did there? He just flexed in the chat. I'm
yeah,
flexing.
a little bit. He's like, yo,
you know,
he's like, yo, you need to.
I got
you need
to
check my cabinets.
That only like 10 other people in the whole entire world had, because they all came out in '97 when I was a kid, and I got them at that time. My infinite game system collection.
Oh man, I'm telling you, man, he's got his own museum.
He does.
His situation is absolutely set up. Mm-hmm. Hey, so there's a new game that's on the horizon. I see what I did there. So Horizons Forbidden West is coming out relatively soon, probably like within the next couple of weeks, which is a really fun game. I played the very first one. Tons of fun. They've been doing all kinds of things. Like they had a Lego set that dropped like a couple of days ago as well. And in the spirit of good marketing, they decided to be a little bit philanthropic. I don't know if that's a word. That doesn't sound like a word. I just made that up. So what Sony's planning to do is they are planning to plant a tree for everyone who hits a specific Horizon Forbidden West trophy. So it's going to give you some incentive to play the game for a good cause. So the company today announced a play and plant program to commemorate the release of Horizon Forbidden West. Sony's working with the Arbor Day Foundation and will donate one tree to a forest restoration project for every player who unlocks the Reached the Daunt trophy in the game. So this initiative is going to cover 3 different restoration projects across the U.S., and they are located in places like Wisconsin, California, and also in Florida as well.
Interesting. So they're building up a real universe in their video game universe.
There we go. See, unlike NFTs, I know. I'm sounding like Defunct, man. I'm sounding like Defunct right here. Unlike NFTs, which aren't necessarily real, you can actually do something in your digital space and affect your actual real life. I think that's a pretty good idea. Gaming for a cause that actually does something. So this promotion is going to end March 25th or until all 3 reforestation projects are completed. It's estimated that about 288,000 trees will be needed for them. So, get your thumbs right, man.
You know what I want to hear more about, though? There's them planting real trees. I want to hear about this Lego set you just mentioned. What do you mean Horizon Forbidden West has a Lego set? Tell me more.
Bro. If you've played the game, there's some interesting characters that you run across, and one of them looks like this weird, like giraffe-looking thing with a platform on his head. It's hard to explain, but it looks really cool. So Lego's latest video game collaboration is a fantastic-looking Horizon Forbidden West set. Lego is always on the cutting edge of being relevant with their building blocks, and
if you're relevant, Lego
good marketing.
Come with you and crown you with a set. Let's talk about Lego. They're worth more than gold.
Yes, exactly. So if you want to invest in something that has a higher what's the word I'm looking for? An investment potential than things such as gold and some stocks and bonds, Lego's the way to go. So listen, this 1,222 piece set is going to include an alloy minifigure, of course, along with the brick build versions of the Velociraptor-like Watcher robots, along with the star of the set, a massive tall deck machine that stands 13.5 inches tall. That's pretty nice. It sounds like it's a fun build, man. Have you taken a look at it? It looks dope, man. I can't lie.
I'm looking at it right now. It looks kind of dope. I kind of want it.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this in the chat real quick so that y'all can take a look at this. Yeah, man, it's actually kind of cute. I mean, you look at it in the game, it's pretty foreboding.
When it goes on sale, because the tall neck machine and the Watcher robots. I may have to go in and get that. It sounds like something I'm going to get. It's bad enough that Lego's dropping this BMW bicycle. I mean, motorcycle on us as a Lego set, but in this F1 racer and the Technic, I mean, Lego's just like, yo, we can realize you off sneakers a little bit. Come and spend that money
Yeah.
on us.
Yeah, man. Yo, they are the firm believers of that old mantra. If you build it, they will come. And they
Yes,
come
yes,
in droves.
yes, yes, yes. They're like,
Yeah.
we got
Is
you.
there
Something
is
you
there
want, we
any
got you.
is there anything real fiction, comic book, whatever, just anything in a building space that you would like Lego to entertain, to make a buildable product for?
Oh my God, let me think about that. The
Mm.
Grand Theft Auto set.
That's not bad. That's not bad. You know, the first thing
No.
that came to mind for me,
Uh-huh.
you remember, I'm going to really date myself. There was a movie that came out in the 80s that everybody loved and is absolutely faded into obscurity called Short Circuit. It was about a robot named Johnny Five
Mm-hmm.
who was struck by lightning, I think, and became alive. I wouldn't mind seeing like a no less than, a 3,000 piece build of Johnny Five.
Mm.
I'm gonna make y'all go to the Google to check out Short Circuit.
What would I
Hey, it made
want?
part 2, Short Circuit 2.
I would want a proper. Let me think about that. Oh, Gumball set. The Amazing Adventures of Gumball with all the characters.
That's actually not bad.
Oh yeah, Amazing Adventure Gumball. Because they could make those. That'd be really interesting to have that. I'm all about that.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. That could be tons of fun.
Dragon Ball Z set.
Oh, it had to be fully destructible though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having one of Frieza. That would be kind of dope.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, big shout out to the chat as well. Yo, Nisa, yo, what's cracking, Big Pimpin'? I'm so happy that you came in here and enjoyed us. He said it's a word now. That's regarding my philanthropic activities. Yo, Defunct said they did put out a Wally set. Maybe use that as a base. Yeah. Wally was very much influenced by Johnny Five. There's no way anybody tells me he wasn't, you're lying. Just a cuter version of Johnny Five.
They could do original Matrix movie set. Nah, that's not interesting world. What world has been very interesting that made me say, yo, I want to see that in Legos?
Hey,
That's
chat.
tough.
Yeah, hey, chat, drop an idea what you would like to see as a Lego set. That would be kind of dope. Well, hey, do we got time to do one more? I know we ran a little late. We can do one more, Joe. And this is a good tie-in too for binge-worthy when they come in around the corner. And that is dealing with award season. I'm going all the way down a little bit further down on our list. This is one we kind of missed over the last couple of days. And that is the Academy Award is going to revive the Best Popular Film Award. But worse, so back in 2018, the Academy Awards announced a new Oscar to be given to the Best Popular Film of the Year. The idea was recognizing the blockbusters that typically dominate the box office, but never managed to make it to the Best Picture category. So it didn't go well. He said it didn't go over well, and now it's getting worse. So starting today, which was a few days ago and going through March 3rd, people can vote on 2021's Best Popular Movie on Twitter using the hashtag OscarFansFavorite. You heard me right. Yes, Twitter, the absolute trolliest place in the world, is what's going to be used to compile these votes.
Do they really want to do this? It's going to be interesting.
That's what I'm saying.
They're going to learn something.
Like, you really going into the cesspool of Troll Town, which is Twitter, to try and get the Popular Film Award. I feel like this could easily blow up in their face. And I kind of hope it does,
I see no other way for it to go.
Yeah. People are quoted as saying, I'm having a hard time imagining any movie other than Spider-Man No Way Home easily winning the award, which is what you would think, right? Considering it is officially the highest grossing domestic movie of all time. It did beat out Avatar.
How slick the Oscars are. Instead of putting it in Best Picture, they put it in the Most Popular Picture Award.
Yeah.
See, they think they slick.
Yeah, it's mad disrespectful.
It's like, let's make it the side chick.
Yeah.
The hottest side chick. You my favorite side chick. You're the one I take to the NBA games.
Yo, listen. I mean, there's a bit of history of the beef. So it says the original announcement of the new category was roundly criticized, partially because it was a very negative tip to get more people to watch the Academy Awards ceremony, and partially because it would almost certainly knock those blockbusters out of the Best Picture contention, and largely because the category seemed to have been created so that the immensely popular Black Panther at that time could win an Oscar, which gave off a real unpleasant, separate but equal vibe. So the Academy decided to take the idea back to a workshop to try and figure out how it might work. And this is why we are here now. Yo, the caucasity of the audacity of them to do that. That's just, this is in terms of Black Panther. Of course, I'm sure that's not the absolute reason for doing it, but it does smell bad. It does. Smells, it smells racist, smells like a duck, looks like a duck. I'm just saying it just looks bad.
Because I'm tell you what's gonna happen. Into the Spider-Verse is gonna come out and be a marvelous sequel to the first one. Predicted right now. That animation is gonna be a marvelous sequel to the first one. And somehow or another, Miles and Gwen going to become a thing that have to separate at the very end, and everybody's going to be in tears about it. And it's going to be movie of the year. They're not going to let it. They're going to put it as it's animated. It has that interracial relationship vibe in it. After they trump through the world and meet all these other spider people all through the world, and they're gonna be like, "No, we're not gonna get to that. There's too much people of color. Not enough white folks.
Way too many. It's way too many people of color out in the world. Yeah. Can't have it.
Can't have it. You're not gonna give it to them. Let them be popular. No. Let them be popular. Like their music and their athletic abilities."
Oh my God. Yo, huge shout out to Mr. Benja in the chat. Yo, thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Mr. Benja said, I'm not mad at it. It gets the side chicken trip to the Cheesecake Factory and everyone is happy. Oh man. Welcome to the madness. Mr. Benja. Thank you.
That's it. I think with that, we need to roll into the next segment of the show.
All right, yo, that's definitely a good way to close it out. Hey, so that's going to conclude the new segment of our show today. Yo, thank you so much for tuning in. Shout out to Digital Click for all the creative you provide. If you're looking around and you see all of the decorative look and the way that we are encased so exquisitely, that is a huge shout out to Digital Click for making us look good. In the mortal words of Deion Sanders, he said, listen, man, when I look good, I play good. When I play good, I make money. When we look good, we give you a good show. When we give you a good show, you come back. If you want that type of same energy in your business, small business, or whatever, please give Digital Click a call. Hey, in case you didn't know, there's podcasts with us as well. We're in podcast form. You can catch us on some of the biggest sites, such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify as well. But actually, we're a little bit everywhere. Pretty much anywhere that you go to grab your podcast, you can catch our show. It's a great way to listen to us while you're sitting in traffic, chilling out, having nerd thoughts. Hey, please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're not here already. It's real easy to find us. It's /The Geekish Network right after YouTube. And of course, give us those thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Yo, Mr. Benja, I'm looking at you. I hope you've already subscribed, my guy. Go ahead and click that and give us a thumbs up. That's how the algorithm knows that you're feeling what we're giving you. Hey, Facebook as well, /The Geekish Network. Of course, give us those thumbs up, because, that's how Zucks likes to keep things moving. Hey, Twitch is still out there going strong, and we're doing game streams and charity streams and cooking streams, and who knows, we might even have some Dungeons and Dragons streams going on with it as well. If you're not already signed up, you need to go ahead and do it. It's super simple. I'm sure you got an Amazon Prime account, because everybody has an Amazon Prime account. And if you can do that, you can link your account and sub to us using Prime Gaming. It costs you nothing, but helps us out tremendously. It's Wednesday, which is absolutely one of my all-time favorite days, because we get to hit you with the 1-2, and that is with Binge Worthy, where we get a chance to binge out one of your favorite shows so you don't have to. And we break it down and let you know if it's worth your while. Yo, I got my man Johnny Randolph, King. This is King-ish right here. Yo, man, welcome. Welcome. It's always good to see you, my guy.
As always. Good show tonight, fellas.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Yo, you hearing this madness about the Oscars? Trying to try to dilute.
No matter how they try, they just can't escape being racist, dog. So first they want to put the popular picture on Twitter. Like, that's a bunch of old white men was like, how can we increase ratings on the show? That Twitter thing, we can let them vote there. They have no idea what fucking Twitter is. And then off the heels of Black Panther, they just included it in the Best Picture category. I can't.
Yeah. I'm just praying that it backfires in their face. Because if it's one thing Twitter is unpredictable. You can't sit there and be like, yeah, I know we're going to get this really good response. Nah, not in them Twitter streets. Them Twitter streets is wild, fam. It is a wild,
they're
wild
going to
west
make
out
it
there.
popular. You know it's going to be popular on Twitter? Boycott the Oscars for being racist.
Yeah, man.
And trying to appeal to Black Twitter.
Oh, man, this is
Regina
nuts.
Hall is hosting this year. Regina Hall is hosting this year, right?
Damn, what does that matter? They got us on the front page. That's like the NFL got black quarterbacks. Ain't no head coaches, but got black quarterbacks. We had a halftime show. We had a really good halftime show.
I mean, and then it gets kind of diluted because Amy Schumer's on there with her. So it's like, I don't hate Amy Schumer. I don't hate Amy Schumer. Let me be clear. It's just, just go ahead and let her run the whole thing.
Yeah, Regina Hall could have ran it, yeah.
But there is one good thing as well, too, because it's 3 hosts. And we got Wanda Sykes, and Wanda don't pull no punches. So, God, she gonna light them up. Oh, she don't pull no punches.
Because she's from that Chris Rock school, right? And she's
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all think they're gonna let Wanda Sykes? Wanda's gonna do an intro and an outro and give the lifetime legendary award to somebody black.
Yo, all she needs is a moment, though. All she needs is a moment.
And it's live.
You give her 30 seconds.
Right. They better put a 30-second delay or something because Wanda Sykes holds. She gets 0 fucks. 0.
None.
Regina Hall doesn't either.
No, she don't.
Nah, you're right.
Amy Schumer really doesn't either. Let's be honest.
No.
I hope they band together and just bash the Oscars into the ground. They got 3 women hosts. That's about as many awards as women get in this night.
I mean, and they hit every kind of niche that you could possibly think of. Of course, you got women. You've got women of color, you got the LGBTQ community, but things might not necessarily go the way it's planned because one of the women that embodies all 3 of that is gangster with it. So I'm like, you sure you want to give Wanda the gun? Like the woman that's representing you the best is probably going to be the one to expose you the worst.
Wanda went to the White House and gave 0 fucks to George Bush's face.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Then did a comedy special about it. Like, the last time I was out, y'all got y'all panties in a bunch. I was being nice then.
It's gonna be
big
exciting.
Facts.
It's gonna be
big
exciting.
Facts. Yeah. But even that is, I'm still not sure that could even save the Oscars. Yo, big huge shout out to Mr. Benja. They said they subscribed on both my accounts. Holla, yo, thank you. Welcome to the community. Step inside of our sandbox.
That's what I'm talking about. Now tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your friends, and your family. The family you like. Matter of fact, tell the family you don't like. So maybe they can listen to us and get smarter so you can like them in the future.
Hey, man, it'll make Thanksgiving a lot more interesting, right? Y'all can
all right, let me ask you one more thing, man, because this is indirectly in Black geek culture, because Black geek culture, we like gangster films. It's a part of Black geek culture as well. And one of the king supremes of gangster films right now is surprisingly 50 Cent. Listen, this dude got heat on all of the powers, books 1 through 4. Right. He's got black mafia hosts.
BMF. My people BMF. From Detroit. Yeah.
He's got the whole new. He's got like 5 shows. Right.
The Tommy one just premiered last week. Yeah.
Yes. Now he's not necessarily the hero we were looking for, but he's the gangster hero that we got, love or hate him.
He's just a super troll. I love him for it too.
Listen, and I'm saying all that to say.
Go ahead.
I'm saying all that to say, he kind of tried to go back to his old roots that may have passed him by in the Super Bowl. Did you see the Super Bowl?
I was about to say, hey man, when you got 5 successful TV shows and it's a pandemic, your checks is real nice, and you just stand in the crib, dog.
Oh, Lord, man.
Y'all were a menace.
Yo.
But, hey, I don't want to mess with 50.
And people can't forget he's 45 years old.
Yeah, 50 ain't. Yeah.
50 about 50.
Yeah, but 50 deserves all that smoke because if there was ever a person meant for Twitter and meant for trolling, it's 50 Cent, right? You know what I'm saying? Ever since he came out, like it wasn't even thought of. Like when he first hit with Wankster, like Twitter and social media wasn't even thought of. It was perfect.
And and that whole song, How to Rob. He wrote the song How to Rob.
Yes, people forget that. It was a troll song.
His
first hit.
Crushed it.
Yeah,
that was my jam. How to Rob.
And he didn't even care. He was like, man, Jay-Z went on stage, said, fuck a 50 Cent. I'm all about $1. What the fuck is 50 Cent? He was like, he said 30,000 people said it. He was like, I didn't know 30,000 people knew who 50 Cent was. So he was like, that's dope. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
50 is the king of trolling, right? So
yes, he is. Yes, he is. And here's the thing, man. Like I've heard him be called the new age Tyler Perry. Is that kind of fitting? Tyler kind of got started roughly in the same way with shows that some people think are parodies, other people take seriously. It's a very niche kind of group that watches it, but he still cranks them out and people still watch him.
I kind of say he's a Martin Scorsese. He's a black Martin Scorsese. He's in the gangster genre. He kind of owns that.
He's on his gangster genre, even though his
Now, it ain't the greatest. I don't know. The first one ain't the greatest. It's Dallas with drug dealers, really. It's like instead of uniform with drug dealers, right?
That sounds perfect to me. I mean, could you imagine saying, yo, you know what I'm going to do? Dallas with hood drug dealers.
Yeah. It's entertaining. I mean,
It's entertaining.
It ain't gonna win any awards, but you know, you will be entertained.
You know,
it's not yet.
And you have to think this. You have to think this. We just watched. He said millions of Americans just tuned in to watch a guy with a record label who said he didn't have time to talk to President Obama to talk to his sons in the first.
That's what he came in on the heels of, right? He came in on the heels of
Empire,
and he trolled them. 50 Cent trolled people on his own shows, man. But like, but I mean, you know.
Well, he had a gay dude.
Paradigms do shift.
He had a gay dude get beat up on the show and found out that it was his own friends that did it.
Right. But paradigms shift. Like when Snoop first came out, like people were rolling over his CDs, literally on television. Black
it's very true.
Now he's headlining the Super Bowl. So paradigms do shift in what we accept as being good in popular culture. So maybe he won't win award seasons like, you know, right now.
At least not today.
He'll get the popular award from the Oscar.
Right. 5 years from now, like, I don't know. I always say, you know.
We don't know. He may actually drop a movie that's better than The Godfather. We'd be like, wow.
Well, the thing is, you get enough reps, you get good.
I mean,
like I'm not the world's biggest Tyler Perry fan, but I will admit that he's gotten better. Yeah, he's gotten better over time. I'll give him that.
Honest. Yeah, I watched Cameron pull off an award-winning performance in Paid in Full.
Yeah, Paid in Full.
Paid in Full.
And it was really good,
really good movie. And that's a Dame Dash movie. That's Dame Dash.
Yeah. So don't count 50 out. You are absolutely right. Don't count 50 out. One thing you can't count out. Go ahead.
Do your thing.
I was gonna say one thing you can't count out is the fact that you are going to be duly entertained because binge worthy is about to get started. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it off to Johnny regarding what it is that we'll be talking about, so that you can come back and come kick it with us even longer. What's going on, Johnny? What are we talking about?
Man, we're doing the CW's version of Kung Fu. So not that old school one, but we're doing the updated version of Kung Fu.
Not the David Carradine version?
Huh?
Not the David Carradine
We're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to talk about that on Binge Worthy a little bit. But Kung Fu, right? Kung Fu. We're going to have some interesting
listen.
Okay.
Give me a 10-second hot take.
10 second? Real Asian people instead of white people.
Okay. All right. What you got, Chuck?
As opposed to fake, but Asian people instead of white people.
Give me a 10-second hot take. 10 seconds.
Hot take. CW and all this kick-assness.
Okay. I'll give you mine real quick, and it's if you're looking for Warrior, this ain't it. And if you're looking for Enter the Badlands, this ain't it. All right, yo, go ahead and go ahead and say peace out to the people that come back in maybe like about 5 more minutes.
Come back at 8:25 on Pacific Standard Time, and we'll be ready to go.
Yeah.
8:25,
Got it up about Kung Fu, man.
Yeah, the show.